Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little try on haul. I have a couple new things from Sephora. I have a couple new things from Colourpop. So I figured I would try it on camera. I also have a little giveaway within this video, so stay tuned for that. So I always start out my makeup by doing my brows first, and I actually got some brow products from Colourpop. I got their Brow Boss pencil and I got their Brow Boss gel. I have tried their original brow pencil in the past and I didn't like it that much simply because it was very easy to break. It would break all the time. So I'm interested to see how this one stands up to pressure. I got the shade light brown just because the swatches made the dark brown look kind of scary and dark, so we'll see if this actually will match me. I do like that when you have the caps on, you can see like which side is the actual pencil and which side is the spoolie, because the pencil side has like a little color mark, which is so smart. I always hate like opening and wondering which side is what. The color payoff is really nice, and I think this is actually a nice match. Even though I went with the lighter color, I feel like the lighter color makes it easier to do a more natural kind of brow. Even though I know my brows don't look super natural, but I just prefer to do a lighter pencil, and then if I need to go in with more depth, I'll just do my powder or like a liner. So brow pencils can be either like on the creamy side or the waxy side. I feel like this one is more on the creamy side. It really goes on very nicely and pigmented and just very creamy. So the only downside that could happen from a more creamy pencil is that the color might rub off easier throughout the day. Another thing I noticed is it is kind of like difficult to twist up the product. I don't know if that's just my pencil that I got or if all of them are like that. Okay, so I finished up my other brow and I cleaned them both up, and I actually really like the pencil. I think the color that I chose was really great. I did use a little bit of my powder more on the outer parts where I have little gaps. It just creates a little bit more depth for me. But the pencil overall is really nice. It says you get 0.003 ounces, which I don't really know what that means in eyebrow pencil terms, so I'm just gonna roll it up at the risk of breaking the entire thing right now. Okay, so this is about how much product is in the pencil right now. Next up I have the Colourpop Boss Brow Gel, and this is what the wand looks like. It is smaller than the regular kind of brow gel wands, which I guess is convenient if you have smaller brows. And then the gel itself, if you notice, looks kind of white, so I'm a little bit nervous. I feel like it's really gonna stick my brow hairs in place though. As you can see, there is like a little bit of white residue, but you're able to smooth it out. And I will link all the products that I bought and mention below with their prices as well. Also, if the lighting looks dark right now, it's because it is. It's like super gloomy outside. I have no natural light right now going on, so I'm working with what I got. I actually am really liking the brow gel. It's not crusty feeling. The brow is left feeling very soft, but the brow hairs are locked in place, which is really, really nice. And actually the size of the wand, it being smaller, is very convenient. So far, I believe they only have the clear one. I don't know if they're gonna be coming out with colorful ones, but yeah, the Brow Boss gel is pretty nice. So I went ahead and primed my lids with some concealer. My next product from Colourpop is this Supershock shadow. This is in the shade Telepathy. It's actually a collaboration that Kathleen Lights did with them, and I just loved the shade. And I actually saw on Instagram that it's almost an exact dupe for the Fenty Trophy Wife highlight. It just doesn't have as much glitter in it. So I'm gonna create a look with this and the Colourpop Yes Please palette. I figured I'd use a Colourpop palette. This is the only one I have from them so far. The other ones they've been coming out with just haven't been really calling my name. They've been more kind of rosy and pink tones or just all shimmers. I just wasn't feeling the urge to buy them. But I will say I get so much use out of this Yes Please palette. It's the perfect tones for me. I really love warm tones, and it just has everything I need for a full look in one palette. Like, I reach for this palette all the time over my high-end palettes. But before I start on the eyes, I'm gonna need some brushes to use, and Walgreens right now is having a deal. I don't know how long this is gonna last on the Wet n Wild brush set. They are usually $30 for this set, and it is $15 right now. I mean, look at this packaging. It has holographic packaging. It has white brush brushes with silver handles. It's just beautiful. But wait, there's more. I bought a second one for one of you to enjoy. I'm gonna be doing a giveaway of one of these sets. So the rules are gonna be pretty simple. I probably won't even announce it on Instagram just because I want it to be someone that really watches my videos. So the rules are be subscribed to my channel, follow my Instagram, and then leave a comment below on this video saying where you're from, like the country or state, and also leave what your Instagram username is. And that's it, you're entered. I will leave all the rules on how to enter below in the description box, as well as the date that this will end, because I don't know which day I'm gonna post this yet, so I don't know what day I want the giveaway to end. But yeah, go ahead and enter in that and you'll have a chance to win one of these sets. Now I'm gonna go ahead and open mine up. I literally can't get over this packaging. And I already love Wet n Wild brushes in general. Like, their quality is very amazing and they are vegan and cruelty free. So this is the set, and in this lighting the handles actually look a little bit like a rosy silver, which I love. It's not like plain silver. Anyways, another thing that caught my eye about this set in particular is that I will get use out of every single one of these brushes. There's a lot of value sets out there where you're not really gonna use some of the brushes, but this one you have like a smaller crease brush, you have a blending brush, a contour brush. This one I would use as like a foundation applying brush. It reminds me a lot of my It Cosmetics brush that I love. This I would probably use as like a big fluffy bronzer brush, a highlight brush, a powder brush, and then some more eyeshadow brushes, or you could even use this smaller one as a highlight brush and this one as your blush brush. So I'm really obsessed with this set. I think it's such a great value and you should run out and get it. Okay, so I'm gonna start out with the larger fluffy eyeshadow brush and my Yes Please palette in the lightest shade as usual. I like to set my lid because, as you can see, it's already creasing because I didn't set it right away. And I'm planning to just do like a simple halo eye with the Kathleen Lights shadow in the center. So I'm gonna take this medium brown right into the crease. I love that these brushes are not scratchy at all. I know my Sonia Kashuk fluffy brush, I love it, but it is like a little tad bit scratchy. But these are really, really nice and soft. I'm focusing the color on like the outer and inner corner and leaving the center blank. I'm gonna take the medium shadow brush into this orangey brown, focusing it right on the outer corner. Honestly, the quality of shadows matters a lot, but the quality of your brushes also makes a huge difference on how blended everything looks. So it's worth the investment a lot of times, but there are so many good affordable options. Like this, for example, $15 for this set of brushes. That is amazing. Okay, now taking this tiny brush, I'm gonna take the darkest shade in the palette and focus that just on the outer and inner corner. I'm not gonna bring that into the crease. So this is perfect for like precise application, getting into those small spots. And then I'm gonna take this clean kind of flat eyeshadow brush and I'm gonna use that to blend everything. Okay, now that I kind of have that halo built up, I'm going to take the Colourpop Supershock shadow, and I just always apply these using my finger. So I'm just gonna pop that on and then kind of blend out where I went over the line, and then just go in with a little bit of that dark shadow again to deepen up the edges. So to finish off this eye look, I'm gonna pop on some lashes for once and I'll be right back. Okay, moving on to the face, I did get a sample of the BareMinerals Foundation. If you didn't know, at Sephora you can ask for a sample of any skincare, any makeup foundation, anything like that. But before I apply that, I'm gonna put on some primer and some color corrector. For primer, I'm gonna use the First Aid Beauty Coconut Priming Moisturizer. I have this in the full size and it is almost out, and when I saw that at Sephora they have this as their points perks right now. So if you have 100 points on your account, you can get this for free. I love this primer, so I had to grab it. I also use this on clients all the time because it doesn't matter what kind of skin type you have. You can be oily or dry. This is just the universal moisturizer. And then I'm gonna use my NYX color correcting palette for some color correcting because I have some breakouts going on. This one's actually super painful. And I hate when I get them on my cheeks because it makes putting on bronzer and everything so much more difficult. And then I'll use a little bit of the peach corrector just underneath my eyes. And just go ahead and dot this on. He matched it pretty well to me in store, so hopefully this actually ends up matching me. I always dot on too much because I forget I'm using my Morphe sponge. This thing literally soaks up almost nothing and it really creates full coverage and makes a little bit go a long way, which I love about it. But then I always forget and I have way too much product on my face. So I'm just gonna start blending that in. And I also have a ton of products still left in the sample after I have dotted my whole face. So it's definitely a convenient way to try out new foundations a couple of times before committing and purchasing them. Even though I will say most of the time I have been disappointed by high-end foundations. My favorite foundations have always been drugstore ones that I've tried. Also, this is supposed to be like a natural matte finish, it said, which I usually don't like matte, so we'll see. Usually natural matte means more like satin, which I don't mind. Wow, I look like a ghost on camera. Okay, so sticking to the Colourpop theme, I'm gonna use their No Filter Concealer. Honestly, I don't know if I like this stuff. It just creases on me and it doesn't give me the coverage I want, and I kind of don't like the matte finish. It makes it look a little bit dry. Okay, so I set my concealer and I finished up the lower lash line, and now I'm gonna take this fluffy face brush and just kind of set the rest of my face, even though it's already looking exceptionally dry. And now we can get into the Colourpop items I'm really excited about. Okay, so I got one of their powder blush and bronzers. You can purchase them for, I believe, $7 for just the pan if you want to stick it into a Z palette, or you can get their compacts, and it's only $1 more to get it with a compact. So this is what it looks like inside the compact. It's really a big pan and it has a really nice large mirror, which is actually very good quality. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop out the blush as well into its own pan. I do wish the blush and bronzer pans were a little bit different just so that you could tell them apart. Basically, you just stick it right in. It has a magnet inside, and this compact actually closes with a magnet enclosure as well. I'm gonna start out with the bronzer. This is the shade Private Party. It was recommended by Kathleen Lights, so you already know. I'm gonna take this fluffy Wet n Wild brush and just dip it in the product. I'm gonna start on this side because this is the one without the ulcer on my face. Kathleen said that this is the perfect kind of not too warm toned bronzer, and I have to agree. It is very, very pretty and it blends so beautifully. I do feel like I should have tried this foundation a different day though, because it is so dry on my face. I have dry skin and it's winter. I have no idea what drew me to a matte foundation. For blush, I got the color Main Chick. It's just super bright and vibrant, and I love these kind of warm shades. I'm a little bit nervous to use it with this Wet n Wild brush just because this is such a pigmented bright color and this is such a dense brush. I usually like a fluffier brush for blush just so it's not so intense, but we can try it out. Definitely need to blend with my fluffy brush. So Colourpop also has some powder highlighters that come in the same type of compacts. I believe they are the same price. I just chose not to pick one up. I don't know. None of the colors really stood out to me. So yeah, I just didn't get it. I'm gonna use this little Wet n Wild brush to put on my Flower Beauty highlight. Since my face is so matte, I definitely need to glow it up. Okay, so the final products I have are from Sephora. These are the Buxom lip glosses. One of them is called a full-on lip polish and one of them is called a full-on lip cream, but honestly they are both just a gloss. So I got the shades Blushing Margarita and Rebecca. Rebecca is more like clear with some gold reflex, and Blushing Margarita is just a pink gloss. I couldn't decide on just one. They were both so pretty in their own way, and these were on sale for $10. I don't know, they might still be on sale depending on when I'm uploading this. And they had the VIB sale going on. So basically I got two for 16 bucks when they're usually $20 each. So I already lined my lips and I'm just gonna go in with Blushing Margarita. And all of their lip products are supposed to be plumping, including like their lipsticks and stuff like that. They all come with a tingly sensation, and I feel like they do plump a little bit. I mean, it might just be the gloss in general that makes your lips look plumper. I've kind of been into lip gloss lately, which is odd because I usually hate it. The Buxom ones are a little bit sticky, but they're not like unbearably sticky. My favorite lip gloss formula is probably the Colourpop ones because those aren't sticky at all. But the stickier the gloss, the longer it lasts. So you're kind of like trading off lasting power for comfort. So it kind of depends what you prefer. Okay guys, that is it for this try on haul. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to enter the giveaway for one of these magical brush sets. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.